Hey guys, welcome to a newest movie review for the brand new Rami Malek movie, oh my goodness, called The Amateur. Now before I get into the intro and give you all the good stuff, I just want to let you guys know that I am obviously late, like a couple of days late to the party, which is why I haven't had the opportunity to drop this straight away, because I just saw it today. And man, if you are interested in my personal thoughts on this brand new movie, The Amateur, stick around after this intro and you're gonna hear all the good stuff and the oddly surprising stuff about this movie that I personally captured while watching this movie, guys. Stick around and yeah, I'll tell you after the intro. See you soon.
Rated M for mature audiences.
So one of the interesting things I found about this, guys, is it obviously isn't in there because it wasn't their intentions, but I found humor in this movie, and I'm not exaggerating you when I say that in any way, shape or form, guys. I genuinely, wholeheartedly mean this. There was a couple of scenes and moments in this movie that made me genuinely laugh out loud, and it was authentic, it was real. This movie brings it home, and I kid you not, in any way, shape or form, guys, I was thoroughly, wholeheartedly impressed with Rami Malek's performance. And so one thing about this movie that I valued more over anything was the relationship between him and his wife at the start of the movie. Now, anyone who's been following my channel for any period of time, you know that I love this about cinema. You know that in my personal opinion, this is such just a must have in any movie, in any way, shape or form, in any degree. Character chemistry. It genuinely, wholeheartedly needs it, especially in a movie this big, especially in a movie with, I guess, this much presence holding it together, and the storyline of what is I want to say undeveloped, because the way that the structure of the story goes is just so unbelievably seamless. But the character chemistry at the beginning of the movie needed to be vitally, essentially held together because of what the overall arch of the movie becomes. And if they didn't build it with the intensity of what the characters had at the beginning, if that wasn't the foundation, it would have landed flat. Like, it genuinely would have, because we wouldn't have believed especially what happens at the end of the movie, and Rami Malek, his character, what he's faced with, and what he says at the end of the movie to one of the villains. Like, it's really, really, really fascinating, because the beginning of the movie shows us as an audience what it is that they want us to believe, in the chemistry of the characters, that they genuinely loved each other. Now, speaking of, in the same vein as that, guys, I just want to bring this up, and I know, it kind of is nitpicking, like, I get it, but I don't think it is. But it might be. You might be like, no. I don't feel the same way. But I just thought it was weird. So, anyone who's been following my channel for any period of time, I just want to give you the quick heads up. As you know, I don't do spoilers, so I'm not going to give you a spoiler. And those of you who knew, just letting you know, I don't do spoilers in my movie reviews, so you're not going to get them here. But what I'm about to a scene that I'm going to describe in a minute. I'm just going to talk about it contextually. If I ever talk about a scene, I talk about it contextually. So when you go and see it, if you haven't seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. And those of you who have seen the movie, and when I bring it up, you'll be like, oh yeah, I know the scene you're talking about. So Rami Malek, his wife is on. She's overseas. She's already overseas. She's already there. And he calls her basically to say goodnight, or just he just wants to hear her voice, whatever. And the thing for me that in the vein of character chemistry, that I was like, why didn't you say this? Because you've built your chemistry with your wife up to such a glued foundation for us as audience members to believe that you are so in love with each other and that you've been together for a long time and all this sort of stuff, that this would be kind of a natural thing to say. And it really, really surprised me, because it's not a spoiler, because he didn't say it. When he's on the phone with her and he goes to hang up the phone, he didn't say, I love you. Like, he just hung up the phone. And I'm like, again, you're probably like, that's nitpicking. It could be, but they're trying to give the audience this story with meat in it, and so much gravity and so much character chemistry, that you wouldn't want to leave anything like that out in any way, shape, or form. Especially the dialogue wise. Like, you want the audience to really, really feel the palpable love that these two have / had for each other in every element that they possibly could feed it to us. And one of the things I really appreciated about this movie, so Rami Malek is facing, so there's say hypothetically 4 villains hypothetically in this movie, and Rami Malek is on basically his first situation, and he comes up and he's faced with a villain. Now, the thing about the way that this villain's arc ends, it really took me by surprise, because he makes it seem like this specific situation is going to happen to her, and her ending could be possibly like, oh man, you like really tortured her, However, her ending arc as the character changes real quick, and the way that he has to get himself out of that situation is so vitally important. And the director obviously knew how the audience was going to grab onto his like his intense elements and then just run with it. And so I loved how they built that up, and that wasn't it. It was actually this. And oh man, they executed that so well. And obviously, if you have seen the trailer for this movie, then you'll know that a situation happens in a pool. And again, the way that plays out, he's just verbalizing everything that's going to happen to the villain. And I kid you not, guys, the thing for me personally that really made me go, whoa, wow, is the twist at the end. So again, I'm not going to give anything away, but there's a character in this movie who is basically if you've seen the trailer, he's training him. What happens to his character is vitally important to Rami Malek's overall arc. And then when it comes to a certain point in the movie, a situation happens, and then there's literally a twist at the end, and I was like, I don't understand how that happened, but B, it just tied it in so well, like it really did. And when you see the movie, you'll know exactly, you'll get this straight out of the gate. I kid you not in any way, shape or form, guys. What she used as a security system, I don't even think half the audience got the joke. And it was so funny. I literally was the only one laughing in the cinema, like literally. And in fairness, most of the audience that I went with were very elderly people. But the joke about the security alarm system at her house, when you see it, you'll get it, because they actually utilize it later on in the movie, and I freaking laughed so hard at that. I thought that was absolutely brilliantly executed, because it worked. Like it really did. I just want to talk about it for a sec. Rami Malek, just his actual character, just his portrayal of the character. He truly is one of the great actors. I mean, honestly, like from being a Bond villain to movies like Night at the Museum, and even coming out of Twilight, and also that really clever series that he was in, Mr. Robot. Like, seriously, he is just such an amazing, talented person. And this movie really played to his strengths as an actor. Like, honestly, he nailed this movie, guys. Now, one of the things that you'll find at the end of this movie that I thought was just sort of like, I really didn't see it coming, is the people that he was actually working for at the beginning of the movie. What happens to, their company at the end of the movie. It's so funny, because I literally, throughout the whole movie, I just didn't think anything of it. Like, I really didn't. And then what happens, I'm like, oh wow, I did not see that coming. Like I really genuinely, as an audience member, I had no idea that was going to be the outcome of this. And it was just so brilliant. Even the little subtleties in Rami Malek, in his dialogue into situations of, so he gets I'll call it cornered. He gets cornered into a situation in one of the scenes, and he goes, oh yeah, but I've just done this, and then all of a sudden a situation happens, and it's like, wow, like it is so well done. I kid you not in any way, shape or form, guys. This movie, honestly, if you haven't had the opportunity to go and check out The Amateur, I genuinely, wholeheartedly, I applaud you to go and check this movie out, guys. It is an absolutely outstandingly brilliant film. I fully, wholeheartedly think you're going to absolutely just enjoy this movie in its absolute core. As you saw in the introduction, guys, it does go for just over 2 hours, but it is so worth it. And I mean, it wholeheartedly is worth a 2-hour runtime. Like, truly, I wouldn't even say to cut anything out of this movie, guys. Honestly, it is just so totally seamless for a 2-hour runtime. It is brilliant, and obviously seeing the rating only being rated M, like it is, like it's just so well done. Like, you don't see anything. It realistically, I won't go as high as this, but it really did. It kind of reminded me, some of the things in this reminded me of a Christopher Nolan movie. Like, you just don't see anything because you don't need to see anything, because it's all in the dialogue, and it's just so unbelievably cleverly executed. So that's all I have for you today, guys. I really appreciate you, as always, sticking around and watching my movie review for The Amateur. What did you think personally of The Amateur? Have you had the opportunity to see it? If so, leave your comments in the comments section below. I would genuinely, wholeheartedly, I'd love to hear back from you. That'd be really cool. And if you haven't, do the awesome things, go ahead and subscribe, because my next one is either going to be a review and or a trailer reaction, because you know how those things are. And I'm just letting you guys know now, this is going to be the first movie review that I'll let you know now, that I have something very awesome happening in the pipeline. It's not going to be, I will connect my YouTube channel to this, but it's not going to be just about my channel and my personal thoughts. But I'm working on something at the moment, and when it drops, I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know to go and check it out, whatever. But yeah, something massive is happening in the pipeline for me, as well as my YouTube channel. I'm really excited, and it has nothing to do with what I do for a career. This is something totally different altogether. But I'm really excited to bring it to you guys, and I'm really excited to see how it pans out. You guys have been amazing for sticking around and watching my personal thoughts on this absolutely brilliant film, The Amateur. As always, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate and so value subscribing and watching this till the end. You guys are awesome. And don't forget, guys, who's bringing this movie review. Guys, this is Superman Steve, appreciating you always and loving your time. Flying out!